Hello, gang. So it's been a minute since you saw this, but it's not like I haven't done it. I can't show you everything. So almost 2 months ago, I checked, it was 55 days. I did a video where I was like, I gotta eat better, lose a little bit of weight, take care of myself, that kind of thing. Well, I haven't said anything about it since, and I know you guys are probably pretty curious. Hell, at least one of y'all that I know of, Smitty, had a heart attack. And a lot of my subscribers are pretty old. So, you're interested in stuff like that. Because you got to take better care of yourself as well. It ain't just me. Now, some of you younger guys won't get it or whatever. And you'll think that I look like a goofball whenever I take my shirt off. I get it. I used to be a young idiot myself. Now I'm an old idiot. So the things I think about and put importance on are completely different. But if you can make it to 48 years old and look as good as I do, then congratulations. Trust me, I know that there's a lot of people out there who look better, but I ain't doing too bad. So, whenever I first started this journey, I was 218.5 pounds. And like I said in the video, I want to get down to 200, but I don't think I'll be able to, because while I do need to take better care of myself and I need to lose some weight, there's really not that much to lose. Yeah, I got a gut, but look how skinny my legs are. There ain't no fat in those. There ain't no fat in these arms. You know, just right here. That's where it's at. So that's why it's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get down below 200. So anyways, it's been 2 months almost of just simply being conscious about everything. Nothing special. I quit eating so much candy. It was nothing for me to go to every single time I stopped at a gas station, buy me a candy bar, probably also a bag of chips. I just cut that shit right out. And now don't get me wrong, I'll still do something every now and then, but it was happening daily. And hell, sometimes I'd buy 2 candy bars. That's a problem. So I stopped doing that. I almost completely stopped bread. Now I didn't. You know, every now and then I'll have some sort of product with bread on it. Another thing that I was doing that was really bad is quite often I would get an energy drink. And when I mean quite often, what I mean is, you know, 3 times a week. Probably 3 times a week, yeah, I'd get me an energy drink. And I know some of you mother truckers out there do it 3 times a day. Let me tell you, you want to die pretty quickly? Keep doing that. Those energy drinks are bad for you. But I dropped that down to once a month, if at all, you know. What else? A lot of meat, eating a lot of meat, and staying healthy, and staying, doing a little bit of exercise. So you can probably tell, I mean, I've been splitting wood. I'm not breathing nearly as heavy as I used to be when doing this. And the last time I did this, 3 weeks ago, maybe. And so I've not like gone off the deep end with my exercise routines. I've just done it a little bit more. And whenever I don't do this, probably 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week, I got this little exercise thing. I exercise my chest and my arms. I hold it in different ways because I've always thought I had a bird chest. And I'd like to build that up just a tiny amount, but that's it. But so the final tally of how much I weigh after 2 months, I was 218.5, and now I'm 211. So what is that, like 6.5 pounds? I still got a ways to go. I think I can probably get reasonably down to around 205, but I don't think I can get lower than that unless I was to become some dude who, really cared about his physique, which I don't. Speaking of physique, here you go. That's it. Now, as awkward as I look, let me see. That's what we got. As awkward as I look, that's going to multiply tremendously by me. Hey, there's Louie Dog. Swinging awkwardly and all that shit. But I don't care. I'll make sure that this right here is not on the thumbnail, the picture that has to show up on your phone or any of that stuff. Because yeah, I get it. You got this dude in his underwear on your TV screen or something like that. I know the people that I watch popularly, they show up on my TV screen. Ash, possibly the best firewood ever. Look at that. Brilliant. While I got you here, let's go ahead and show you what the firewood situation looks like. Best to come around the other side, I think. I killed so many snakes out here about a week ago because they're all garter snakes and they like getting underneath the firewood to, because there's ants and shit like that that are eating the firewood, and they go in there to eat the ants and their larvae or whatever. So anyways, let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. That right there is approximately a light cord. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this one right here is trash. Anytime I get trash, I'll take that and I'll burn that in the garage. I don't know what our count is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip 12, 13, 14. And we're working on this one. So if you put this with that trash one, then we'd have 14, which is probably 4 cords right there. And I know that I'm just splitting that ash right now, but that ash was dead a long time, and it's been sitting on these 2 logs for a long time. It's going to be good to go anyways, but I've only got 1, 2, 3 more logs of ash logs. This is a big red oak. We're going to be using that for cutting, and then it'll be time to start in. Once I get those other 3 ash logs cut up and split up, it'll be time to start, the wood pile that was brought to me, the triaxle load of logs, So I think we're doing well, and like we've already got under the porch at least half a cord, at least, probably a little bit more than that. But all of this stuff will sit up here during the summer, and season up. We'll get it nice. Put my shirt back on. As dry as it can get, and then I'll burn it this winter. I know a lot of you guys, we've all got opinions on firewood, right? We do. Has to season for 8 years. No, it only has to season for 8 days. People, it's never ending, but just do it your way. Enjoy it. I find that, as long as you're around the 20% humidity mark inside the wood, or that's not humidity, 20% moisture content, you'll be fine. Of course, it's better to be in the 6%. Of course, the drier it is, the better it is, because the problem with the moisture in the wood, guys, if you don't know, is it robs your heat, right? It does 2 things. It robs your heat because you've got to get rid of that moisture, so that your heat goes into that moisture until that moisture is gone, and then it can go into your room, right? So it robs your heat. It takes heat to make that moisture boil off into steam and go up into your flue and out. All right, so we're robbing heat, and the other thing is it cools down your flue gases really quickly, which means it soots up your flue a lot. So that's why you don't want to burn wet wood. The drier you can get it, the better it is, that kind of thing. But as long as you're down around 20%, you'll be all right. And at least that's my experience. But I have, I was talking with Smitty about the white oak, and he was like, your white oak will dry out faster up in the north because it needs to be able to freeze. And whenever it freezes, it cracks open on the inside, and so then the next summer, the next spring and summer, it'll have all these cracks and fissures on the inside of it, and that allows all that moisture to escape. What I was probably experiencing in the south, and the reason why I could not get white oak to season properly, is because it never froze in the winter. It got down to freezing temps, but it would have to stay below freezing for a very long time, and it never did that in Georgia. Not where I was at, not much, you know. And so, yeah, it might drop way below freezing in the middle of the night, but then the very next day it would get up to 60 degrees, you know. So, yeah, it would have to stay at freezing for a long time for that wood to truly freeze and bust the way that Smitty was talking about. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because white oak is known to be an extremely tight wood, and that's the water can't get in. Well, also the water that's in there naturally from it growing can't get out. So I could never get my white oak to season properly, and so I was always going, white oak sucks as firewood, because I was burning it and it was like 30% moisture content. I was like, this stuff sucks. So anyways, up here, hopefully I won't have that problem. I know one thing's for sure. All this stuff that I've been messing with, I get it. Was dead standing. All of it to this point was dead standing. I didn't take down any live trees. And boy, it's drying out fast. And I think, Aaron, you were the one that mentioned, you know, might want to double check that moisture meter that you've got. That moisture meter's fine. Just because something doesn't make sense to us doesn't mean that it's broken, you know. and so anyways, I know we're all just saying things and thinking about things, but yeah, the moisture meter's fine. The wood that was super duper wet, whenever I put it up here, and all of it's already down to like 22% or something like that. Well, the reason is because it probably cut up, you know, for 3 years. So yeah, it was super wet on the outside, but the inside was still relatively dry. I've rambled enough. You've seen me without my shirt on. And I have lost 6.5 pounds. I'm feeling better, and I look forward to hopefully making it a good solid 10 to 15 pounds that I'm able to lose. But it's going to happen slow over time. I'm not the kind of person to go at it heavy, hardcore or anything. I'm just not. That's just not me. And I don't want that to be me. So just a little bit healthier is all I'm looking to be. Take it easy, guys. Louie, get your ass.